Hi guys, I'm back up here with another daily motivational message for the collective. Remember, all messages are not for all, they're for some. Take what you need and leave the rest, as well as we got that slot open for personal readings. If you feel guided or interested in purchasing one of those, you know what to do. DM me. We can get you set up. Come fuck with your girl, okay? As well as going to drop a comment down below. Let it hear from you guys. It's going to start a discussion. As well as it's going to share these vids, man. Let's get this divine knowledge out here for the collective so we all can get on one accord, okay? So that's about it. We got 2 cards for this foundation from the chakra oracles cards or whatever. These ones, the colorful ones. And we got 4 cards from the regular tarot, okay? All right, so let's go on and get it popping. Remember, take what you need and leave the rest, okay? So the messages here for the foundation has to do with acceptance, abundance. All right, so with this combination of cards, what I'm seeing here in these moments in time, when it comes to, because you know we've been talking about building our relationships with God, building our intimacy, really getting real intimate, right? Because there's different forms of intimacy, right? Really getting real intimate with God, right? Getting that, building that intimacy up with God, right? So when you're building that intimacy up with God, you're able to really take your hands off of the steering wheel and let God kind of lead the way in these moments in time here. If you really take a look at this woman here, you could tell there's some hesitation on her face when it comes to the spirit kind of like guiding her, or at least that's what I'm getting, kind of guiding her, let her know certain things, right? If we really look at it. So what I see here in these moments in time here is when you start to let go and let God, right? Because that's a part of building that intimacy with God, right? It's going to feel weird. It's going to feel weird at the beginning. You're going to feel like you're going to need to do something, right? This is that type of energy in these moments in time. You're going to be in a space of uncomfortability, right? So, but when it comes to allowing God to do what is necessary in your life, because God knows what's best, right? That's when gold, right? You can, God put you in, bless you, let's say that. Bless you in a way where it was disguised, right? Because if you really look at this imagery, right? Look at the guy stressing out about losing his coin or his money or whatever, where this young lady just kind of let God just do, and she kind of developed that coin, right? This is that type of energy in these moments in time when things seem to be quote unquote fucked up, right? This is that type of energy, man, where God can bless you in a situation when it looks like it's chaos or chaotic or stagnant, right? When it seems dark as fuck in your situation, when it seems like you don't know where you're going, and when it seems like shit ain't going the way it needs to go, you know what I'm saying? That's when God can pull blessings out that you didn't even expect. You know what I'm saying? Damn, lip gloss. Are we good? Yeah. This is that type of energy in these moments in time here. So this is that type of energy here. It's kind of like, what is that story in the Think and Grow Rich book? What is it? Was it like 300 feet from oil or something like that? Something like that around there. There's a particular book, story that was spoken about in Think and Grow Rich about not giving up on your blessing or on your dream before it's ready to hatch, right? This is that type of energy in these moments in time. But the only way for you to be abundant, right? The only way that you can reap the fruits of your labor is if you let go and let God. You're going to have to let God lead you in certain directions, even if that shit don't make too much sense to you, right? God knows what is necessary in these moments in time, okay? Yeah, man. Because some of the things that what's being asked of us is to walk away, right? Walk away from some things in our life, people, places, and things, where the more that you build that relationship with God, with the Eight of Cups, by the way, y'all. When you build that relationship with God, the more that you build that relationship with God and you build that intimacy with God, it's going to pull you more and more and more and more away from the people that you love, right? That may or may not be with you on your wavelength. So that being said, if they're not with you on your wavelength, you're going to be pulled out of that situation the more that you literally build your intimacy with God. You're going to be spending a lot of time by yourself. You're going to be in more of an energy of I want to hear, what is it? Hitchback, I guess to say, hermit type of energy, right? Always on the go, right? This is that type of energy when God's really working with you. You're constantly diving deep within yourself to see what that, what that's about. If I can pick this card up, y'all. Yeah. Because when you dive deep within yourself with the Seven of Swords here, you fuck around and discover some shit that you didn't know about yourself. You fuck around and discover some shit that you didn't know about God. You figure out and discover some shit about your situation you didn't know about. Right? When you dive deep and when you trust God and when God is working on you and when God is making a do with you, right? This is that type of energy in these moments in time when it's all said and done. God is going to reveal the plan to you and you're going to be like, oh, I see why I had to go through that. That made sense. Wooty, wooty, woot, yada, 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 right? This is that type of energy here where it begins to allow you to build your strength. It begins to allow you to build your trust in your creator. Because this whole thing is about building that relationship with God. Building that intimacy with God, right? Things that are revealed to you, good, bad, and ugly, when you go in the depths of your soul. When you go in the depths of who you are, right? Right. This is that type of energy with the Fool card. Fucking with God, you're going to have to be in the Fool's energy. Foolish, right? This is that type of energy, walking by faith and not by sight. This is that type of energy when God says, I'm going to need you to go this way. You go this way without any hesitation. Without any like, are you sure, God? Are you da-da-da-da, woo-doo-woo-doo-woo? It's like you know that your source has got you. Once again, within these cards, we're just seeing this little backpack or I guess sack that they have, right? You see up close. Yeah. So what I see with the sacks here is God is equipping you for everything that you need on your quest and on your journey and where you're going. So for those that are stressing about not having enough or being inadequate, this energy, what is being said in these moments in time, you have more than enough. All God needs you to do is to take the first step. Because remember, you take the first step, God takes the second. You take the first step, God takes the second, right? God is not going to take that first step with you if you are not willing or not willing to take that step with you. If you're not willing to take that first step, right? This is that type of energy in these moments in time here. So when it comes to you taking that first step, is you taking that leap of faith on yourself, betting on yourself, right? Right. Yeah, with the Judgment. Y'all know my God card. Not for the imagery, for the symbolism, right? With this type of energy in these moments in time here. When God says go left, you go left. When God says go right, you go right. When God says jump, how high? How high you want me to jump, God? Right? This is that type of energy in these moments in time when you hear that call. It's time to come home, right? Because many are called, few are chosen. You know what I'm saying? Many are called, few are chosen. But this is that type of energy, especially if you're connected with my type of energy, with these readings and things of that nature. So that being said, when a divine is in this world, the has a job to do, has a purpose, right? Because a lot of the things that we're going through, especially here, I'm seeing them in the cards here, is like going through those depths of your being. You walking away from, also see this as vices. I see these 8 cups as vices, right? This is that type of energy when you're walking away from people, places, and things. When you're walking away from your personal vices, it forces you to have to dive deep within yourself and pull some shit out of you, right? And sometimes when you dive deep within yourself, it's some shit that you may or may not like to hear, see, and feel, right? Going through the darkness is not the most pleasant experience. Going through that dark night of the soul ain't for the weak, right? That has to do with someone taking accountability to when it comes to where your life is at, and you got you here. So you owe you to pull self out. You owe you, right? This is that type of energy, right? And for those that answer that call, you're going to reap rewards, because once you do all that internal cleaning and doing all of those good stuff, right? God's going to reveal your purpose to you. God's going to reveal why you've been experiencing the things that you need to experience in the first place. Y'all, I feel like my speech is being locked up and shit, like my throat wants to lock up. So excuse the kid, right? Anyways, but yeah, things are going to be revealed to you on why you're doing what you're doing. God's going to hand you on a silver platter your purpose. But remember, purpose is a 24-hour job, 7 days a week task. So that being said, it's about you being ready to do a reading whenever, or not reading, if you do tarot or something like that. Sorry, I'm just thinking about fucking card readings. I'm tired, y'all. Excuse me. When God says, this is what I need you to do, this is what you need to do. So that being said, it's on, never it's off. Right? God says, oh, wait, how do you do something for the kingdom? Share something, speak something, publish something, draw something, write something, play something. Right? With this type of energy when it comes to waking up to your purpose, okay? So it's about you doing that necessary internal cleaning and accepting where you're at, accepting God when it comes to leading your life, and not trying to take the steering wheel. Because when you continue to take the steering wheel, you continue to hit the wall, right? So this is that type of energy here, allowing God to really work on it, allowing God to really work on you, and watch your life start to change, right? In general, and watch you start to build that close relationship with God, right? All right, I think I'm going to leave it there. Remember, all messages are not for all; they're for some. Take what you need and leave the rest, as well as drop a comment down below. Let it hear from you guys and start a discussion, as well as let's go and share these vids, man. Let's get this divine knowledge out here for the collective so we all can get on one accord. Last but not least, let's go share these vids, man. Let's get this divine knowledge out here for the collective so we all can get on one accord. I don't know if I said that, guys, but stay up. Remember, take what you need and leave the rest, okay? Have a good day, and bye-bye.